Hello, everybody. We are back. It has been a long time. So in case you're wondering, this is new episode. So I've re-released some of the older episodes over the course of the last few weeks, couple months, just kind of putting out my favorite ones, some of my favorite guests that I did a couple years ago. And this is a new one. Those other ones had started with me giving kind of like a prelude, like, hey, by the way, this isn't new. This is recorded back in 2020, 2021, whatever. But now we're back, and it's 2023, and we're back. We're doing the exchange again. This is Logan's Lowdown, but that's what the show was called way back in the day. But we kind of condensed, and now everything's just on one feed, one platform, one everything, because that just makes it easier for people. So we're back, and I've got a great guest. I've got Cody, and this is my first question, and I'm very, very, first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Logan.
Absolutely. This is a long time coming. This needed to happen a long time ago. But please help me is it Estep or Estep?
It's Estep.
Okay.
The letter E, then the word step.
Let's go. I've argued that it's Estep, and people have been like, no, it's a step. I'm like, no, man, I know it's Estep.
Nah, man, like 90% of my teachers all through like school have always a step. I don't even correct them most of the time. I just feel like I'm that guy. If I correct them, like it's Estep, you know.
You don't want to.
But then at the same time, it is your name.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't find it disrespectful. I'm just like, I get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people's names I butcher all the time.
Yeah. True. That's the worst, man. When you get someone's name wrong for the first time, and they're like, oh, you feel so awkward.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Like, oh, it's actually like this. Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm not fluent in language.
Right. I'm so sorry. I could not get your name right for the first time. But
it's cool.
That's what a lot of people are doing now, man. People are naming their babies like these crazy names, and just here's my theory, man. Here's my soapbox on baby names.
Yeah.
A lot of people of our generation and kind of the millennial and Gen Zs, they're naming their kids something really cool when they're a baby, but then they don't remember that baby's going to grow up and be like a person in the working society. So people will name their kid like Stardust, and it's like, yeah, for a baby, little baby star, it's super cute, but then that baby grows up to become an adult, and it's just like roll call Stardust, and it's like, yeah, you'd stand out for sure. But
I hate to say it sounds like a stripper name.
It does sound like a stripper name.
I really hope that's not. Somebody really do that?
If you look up names like the top millennial or Gen Z names, it's all either
Stardust is one of them.
I might have made that one up on the spot, but a lot of them will be situations like they'll take Cody, for example, and they'll spell it like this obnoxious way that doesn't, like Codiey.
Seen it.
Yeah?
Not like that. Kodi. That was one.
Okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
Codey.
I have a friend that named their kid Kaylee, but they spelled it like Kaileigh. I was like, I've seen it, but that's a lot for just Kaleey.
I don't know, man. Names are weird. I was supposed to be named Christopher.
Really?
Yeah, my mom said no. My dad wanted it. Thankfully, it didn't happen because, Christopher Columbus became a bad guy in the end, so I guess it wasn't such a great name after all.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus got canceled a few years later.
I already have the Italian part, but then, adding Christopher would have been an icing on the cake for me.
That would have been
2023.
The nail in the coffin for you.
That's funny.
I think I was supposed to be named it was always an L name. It was like Landon, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I like that. I've only ever knew one Landon. He was kind of a jerk, though, so I don't know. I mean,
I knew a couple Landons. They're cool. They're straight. I mean,
that's good.
They didn't do any damage to me, I guess.
How many Logans have you known?
2. You, and then I didn't really know this kid in high school.
Yeah.
One in high school.
Yeah, me too. One kid in high school and me.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
That's crazy. Think about it. Well, and then, the Wolverine.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, when I worked at Kroger when I first got here, this guy that was he was I don't know how to say it. He was just an interesting feller. I'll say that. Yeah. And he, a feller, okay. An interesting feller. And he came through my checkout line all the time. And he was just like, "You're the Wolverine." And I was like, "Yeah, man, that's the name of the comic book character." And he was just like, "You're the Wolverine." And like, this was a grown ass man. And I was just like,
did you ever just walk in one day with like claws? Just like buy one
I
of those
did
sets?
When I was in high school. I leaned into it and I tried my best to grow sideburns out, but in high school I couldn't grow anything. And I worked at a movie theater, so I was just leaning into
what movie theater?
A Regal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, word. Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, I grew sideburns freshman year of college, and honest to God, dude, to this day, I vividly remember everybody telling me to shave them. I never did, and then I look back on them. Oh my God,
dude! I need to
just be thankful you didn't have them. Man.
I need to find you a picture, man, of me in high school because I was chin strap guy.
No way.
Yeah, man.
I didn't grow facial hair in high school.
I didn't grow it anywhere else. I shaved the neck, and it was just chin strap.
I got the little like 70s porn stash kind of showing and like by the end of high school, but that was about it.
Oh, it was horrible. I wish I could go back. Why didn't none of my friends at the time like correct me and be like, "Yo, man, you kind of look like a freak"?
Well, you know, dude, people just sometimes just think maybe that's just what you like, man.
Yeah, maybe so.
I mean, let Logan have his chin strap beard.
I guess.
That's okay.
I don't want that though.
That's cool. That's cool. You changed. Now you got a full beard.
I know it's not like my family at all to be able to grow that. My dad, really? If he has over the years done mustaches and facial hair, but it just never works. And me and my siblings just bully him into shaving because it just doesn't look good.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So like my dad's always been a goatee guy. He's never been a beard guy. However, I don't know. I don't know if that plays on a lot that like I don't have a goatee, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe because of the fact that I'm like, all right, that's his facial hair. That's like, mine is, honestly, it's just laziness. I don't like shaving.
Mine is,
I'll be honest. I just hate it.
Mine is out of fear of being left because I have not shaved my face fully since before I met Catherine.
Seriously.
I've not been clean shaven since then.
No, it's funny. I think a lot of people told me they've never really seen me clean shaven either.
I've seen it once or twice, but not often.
I did it for like a little side background role in Coppola's film.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you have to be clean shaven. I said, for you? What the heck?
Yeah. So,
what the heck?
Back when I worked at Kroger, this old guy, I know people have had beards forever, but he was just like, "Why is it that all of you young men think you need to have a beard?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just can. I never thought growing up that I wanted to be a guy with a beard.
I don't know. I feel like always growing a beard was like a staple in high school.
Right.
Like, oh man, this kid's 16 now. He has like my youngest brother. He literally had like a full-fledged beard and like 16, I think 15,
really?
16 years
old. I knew a friend like that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not talking like not the chin. No, like I'm talking like up the cheek. Like, dude, I swear, I think like my first full beard was like 22, 23.
Oh yeah. This is past couple years to situation.
It's just crazy that we use something like that. Like, I want to grow a beard. Why can't I grow a beard, man? And then you get it, and then you're like, this thing's so annoying. I gotta freaking shave it all the time. The stupid neck beard is just like, what, dude? I don't know about you. Mine like decides to just try and connect with like my chest hair. It's just.
Really? Well, see, that's where I'm bare. I have nothing on the chest.
That's wild.
Besides just like hair here, hair here, hair here. It's disgusting. I look like a rat. It's gross.
In a swimming pool, it's just a wet rat swimming. That's fine.
People assume, man. I mean, they see that like I can grow a ton of hair on my face, but that's it. It's like
so funny,
my arms
Logan.
have always honestly been really bare.
I would have never guessed that, dude. Your legs look hairier than mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I went through a phase. I think some of it, I don't know, like ungrew because there was a period of time where my legs were damn hairy. And it was like a joke, like within my like family. They were like, "Why is his leg so hairy? Maybe he is a Wolverine."
Shed.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I just shed in my sleeve or something.
That's wild, dude. Yeah, no, I'm not like extremely hairy, but I guess I'm a hairy guy.
I went through a phase, dude. I was the last friend in school to like go through the changes, and like all my friends had armpit hair before me, and I felt like so awkward about it.
Never thought about that. I don't remember when I got armpit hair.
If we
It
were
was just there.
in a situation where there was like a pool, I was so self-conscious about, I would like hide my arm, like keep my arms down because I didn't want them to be like, hey, where's yours?
Were you a t-shirt kid in the pool?
No.
Nothing against them. I know some.
I have been more recently because when I take my shirt off, people run.
God bless it, Logan. Come on, man.
Now, I'll wear, I prefer to not wear a shirt in the pool.
I feel it's uncomfortable.
Honestly,
I hate the drag. It's just annoying.
Yeah, and it's heavier on you too when you're walking.
Yeah.
It's
weights you down.
It does, but I've also gotten to the point where I'm just too lazy to put on sunscreen.
That's also fair.
Or I'll get to the point where I put the sunscreen on and then immediately jump in the water. And then Catherine's just like, you can't do that. You got to let it settle in. I'm like, nah.
There's no even settling in, bro. I mean, the only stuff that I think I've ever used that's actually like decent sunscreen, that Beach Bum or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that right? Whatever it is
I think
called.
so. Beach Bum.
Yeah, that stuff, man, dude, that primo, except for, expensive as crap. But like, I swear, every time I put on sunscreen, no matter how long it bakes in, comes right off.
Yeah.
Right off.
I agree. It's got to be a scam.
Dude, I really think sunscreen's a scam. I'll be honest.
Because let's think about this for a second.
I think skin cancer has gone up since sunscreens come out. I'll put it out there.
Honestly, let's talk this out real quick, because how did sunscreen come about?
I really don't know.
Like, how did somebody say, you know what, we're going to put this whatever chemical on our bodies and see what works in a hot summer day?
Yeah.
And it just one day it just worked?
Well, I think the other issue is that a lot of people don't actually involve things that you could do to help combat the sun, like the amount of water you consume, things like that. You got to think of yourself like a plant, bro. You got a plant that's out in the sun all day, it's going to wither and burn. Skin's the same thing. But if you keep the skin hydrated and, you're not like literally just like beaming myself with like the sunlight 24/7, find some way to shade it a little bit here and there. You really don't need sunscreen. You gotta be smart about it.
That's true.
However, some people do need it because some people got that skin that just what's the stuff that absorbs the sunlight?
Oh,
melanin.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, some people, dude. Like one of my buddies is like, he's a redhead.
Yeah,
and he just has to. He is he is pool shirt guy because he just any bit of sunlight he just cracks.
Yeah, I got that Mediterranean heritage.
Do you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I claim it more than my dad's British half.
Dude, I don't know what I got in me. Whenever I burn really, really badly, it burns for that first day after, and then it just tans.
I like that. I'm similar.
It's great. I love it. But I've got this nasty sunburn on the back of my neck right now, and it hurts like a bitch. I won't lie to you.
How'd you get that, Chad?
I went to a Braves game, and I sat in a section where the sun...
Milwaukee? The recent one?
Against the White Sox.
Oh, okay, just like
a week ago or so. And the sun just beamed down. And the whole time I was like, I know that I'm going to be miserable.
Just get one of them big round hats, man.
I wore a hat and I thought to myself, because I saw a guy walking with like one of the brim hats. And I was like, I'm just going to become brim hat guy.
I'm brim hat guy all the time on the golf course.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
All the time.
When I golf, I wear the brim hat.
All the time. I'm on the lake, brim hat. I'm working outside, like out back doing yard work, brim hat. Unless, It's a
vibe too.
It is. It's kind of just like I'm on like casual mode. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Just at all times, you're just chilling. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah. I love that vibe. That's kind of what I've been trying to like lean more into the past couple years, is just like be the just chill, mellow out, just not a worry in the world. Yeah. I say that though, but I worry all the time. My anxiety is through the roof.
I'm always stressed out for no reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Overthink everything?
100%. I'm also the guy that like I'd be like, let me solve the world's problems. And then I realize how many problems we have. I'm like, there's too many problems.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. More people need to help. And then I just get mad at everybody for no reason. And then it's like the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you help, but you help, but you help.
Yeah, but no, it's like, nah. I agree though. I mean, I try and be as laid back as possible, because I'm either laid back or 100,000 through the roof guy.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, there's no real median.
Yeah, you're either chilled out or you're just like just amped.
Raging. Yeah, I've tried to contain that guy a lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a wild, fun guy, but
that's okay. We all have that alter ego. It comes out. Mine came out a little bit last night.
Jekyll and Hyde. Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't go crazy or anything, but I enjoyed myself. I'll put it that way. And I was just a different person. and Catherine acknowledges it when that person comes out. She's like, "Oh God, here we go."
Love it.
And then she'll just say, "All right, now you go play video games or something, because I'm going to go in the other room because I don't want to be around you right now." She's like, "Not that I don't like you right now."
Marriage? Is
but
that marriage?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Which is nice because I still like my alone time.
100%.
Like I love being by myself. There's days that I'll just be like, and she'll do it too, which is great. I love it and appreciate it. She'll just be like, "I'm just going to go." She's doing grad school right now, so she'll be like, "I'm going to go do grad school. Can you just go do something, go to a movie, go play video games? Can you just be by yourself today?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, absolutely." I love alone time.
That's fair. See, I'm with that. I think everybody should have their alone time too.
Yeah, man.
I mean, some days, I'll be honest, I need to be alone. It's like, yeah, nobody needs to come near me.
Some days I walk into work and I want to just preface and be like, "Listen, guys, today's a day that you need to leave me alone."
Yeah. Don't poke the bear.
Which sucks though, because I'm known kind of as like the energetic guy at work. So when I come in chill, everyone's like, "What's wrong with Logan?"
Don't you love that?
Like the other day I came in just mellow, just came in, clocked in, started doing some stuff. And they were like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, I'm great, guys. It pisses me off more when I just behave like a normal person, a normal human being.
Can I not feel real emotions?
I'm in a glass box of emotion. I hate being sometimes the funny, the loud, the obnoxious guy, because if you are quiet, people are like, "Man, Logan's being a buzzkill today."
I know, man. I mean, dude, that's the thing, is sometimes the funniest and loudest people can also have some of the quietest days.
Mm-hmm.
And like, rest in peace to the great, Robin Williams.
That's the name that popped into my head.
Man.
Yep.
Like, dude, I mean, one of the most loud, outspoken guys that are always there to make you laugh and feel good. And then, like,
it was crazy. I was listening to who was it? It was Theo Von and Jim Gaffigan.
Theo Von. Every time I hear that name, that name just makes me laugh.
It is. He's too much, honestly. But him and Jim Gaffigan were talking about Robin Williams, and Jim was like, "Yeah, he was the kindest, nicest soul, but you could tell that deep down there was some pain there."
Yeah, I mean, there has to have been, man. The dude's ability to, I mean, just from everything that he did, from Mrs. Doubtfire all the way out to like Good Will Hunting. I mean, dude, even RV was a great movie. I mean, if you say RV wasn't a great movie,
if you say you didn't have a good time in the theater watching RV, you're just lying.
That movie was awesome.
You're lying. Awesome. That was the raunchy movie we needed at the time, and Robin Williams leading it.
Robin Williams, man. What a great guy.
Did you see that somewhere out there, the director of Mrs. Doubtfire said there is an R-rated cut of this movie out there because a lot of the scenes, they just let Robin Williams kind of improvise?
Well, that's him, dude. I mean, everything he like started with was just improv, and I mean, it's just I would love to see that.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. That's the cut we need.
I mean, it seems like these days everybody pushes to get the direct. They you heard, what was the movie I just saw the other day, that there's a director's cut or something like that. There's an extended cut of something that just released that everybody wants a.
Oh God, I saw this also.
Started with Justice League, of course. Got the Snyder cut.
What'd you think of that, by the way?
The Snyder cut?
Yeah. Are you a Snyder cut, bro?
I'll be honest, dude. I think the Snyderverse had a lot of potential. Unfortunately, the world of cinema has gone to the CGI, and it's possible, like it was with recent stuff, Oppenheimer. It was the greatest tool for like the Snyderverse to accomplish what they needed to do to truly do Justice League, was CGI. However, it was also their biggest possible downfall, and blow the world up kind of thing. And well, yeah, and that's kind of what it did, because their CGI just ate them alive, man. I think the quality of the actors were good. I think they had a good team formed. I think the story was fairly well put together, and I could see the vision he was going for. But it's just execution at the end of the day, and unfortunately, big companies with the greed and all the money want just to make money.
And it sucks too, because you see interviews with Zack Snyder, and he's the nicest, most humble, down to earth guy.
I think he really was trying to put out stuff for the people who truly like DC.
Yeah,
and I think unfortunately he just got nicked too hard.
Yeah, it doesn't help though. When he was filming, I think it was Justice League, they had to have Joss Whedon finish it.
Yeah,
because Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide or something crazy like that. And then from there, you know, everyone said that you saw that stuff, that Joss Whedon apparently was like bullying and like racially bullying the actor that plays Cyborg.
No, I didn't.
That's why in all of these new DC movies that they've put out, even though they're going to be discontinued after The Flash or whatever we're getting.
I saw that too.
And we'll talk about that in a minute, but that's why Cyborg hasn't cameoed or done anything, because Warner Brothers refuses to acknowledge the fact that like he was being like discriminated against on set by Joss Whedon when they finished Justice League. That's why he's not in anything. You see cameos from Wonder Woman and Batman, but you won't see anything from Cyborg because he refuses to work unless...
Wasn't he supposed to be getting his own like series or spinoff or something?
I thought so.
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I keep seeing it. It resurfaces every couple months because Joss Whedon hasn't been canceled from it because... I don't know. I don't think it's that. But I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna.
It's like Russian roulette with who gets canceled.
Right, and
at one point in time, it was like a freaking automatic gun going off, taking everybody out. But now it's like these days, it's like we still like him or her, and well maybe we'll keep them around a little longer.
Well, once that cancel culture started taking effect and kind of becoming a thing, it just seemed like everyone just said, you know what? We're done taking shit. So yeah, like you said, it was just like boom, 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 boom.
Out, man, it's like one by one. It was like crazy. I mean, I swear that I don't remember when that was. Everybody was like boom, 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 going.
That was like 2018 or 2017 or something like that.
No, dude, I think it was like post-COVID.
Was it?
Yeah, I think everybody started getting canceled after.
Oh
COVID.
damn! I remember Kevin Spacey getting canceled because of his grooming and shit. Which sucks because House of Cards is a magnificent show if you haven't seen that.
It's also horrifying because it's very similar to certain countries.
Yeah, it is. Very, very much so. That was Netflix's first original show. Do you know that?
No, I didn't actually.
That was their very first original. I love that show, man. But then they had to kill off Kevin Spacey in the last season with his wife. It just wasn't. It just wasn't the show.
I think it's just crazy to think about how sometimes Netflix. I know we've gone on like such a long tangent from our original starting point, but still, I think it's just crazy how Netflix used to run the game of mailbox deliveries, dude.
Did you know?
And I used to get it. My family,
my parents did too.
Yeah, that one DVD or whatever, and then you had to send it back in order to get the other one or whatever. That was cool.
Dude, do you remember Gamefly?
Yeah, I remember Gamefly. yeah.
Where are they?
I never did that. Dude, once all the systems started streaming and everything, that was it. I mean, I won't lie though. The goat of all is Blockbuster. I do miss Blockbuster.
I do, man.
And Hollywood Video. Do you remember that one?
I do.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's a shame. I mean,
it was a vibe.
It was. I mean, how much was it to rent from Blockbuster? One movie.
I don't remember, but I remember it went up whenever they started doing DVDs.
Really?
And then I remember it went up again because, I think. Was it around long enough for Blu-ray to come out? I think it was, because Blu-ray, I think, dropped in like early 2000s.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, yeah, man. It's crazy. And now it's everything streaming.
It's kind of overwhelming. Aren't we just...
Very overwhelming.
Everybody talks about how, like, oh, yeah, we're doing the better thing and cutting cable, but now we're all subscribed to, like... Dude. I think I saw something on Twitter a few weeks ago that said the average American household is subscribed to at least 3 streaming services.
Yeah, we have them all between all of us.
Yeah.
We have them, like each one of us pay for something. Like my parents have Netflix. I think I have Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN, Spotify. Can't live without the Spotify. I think Jake like pays for like HBO and Paramount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's like
It is. Sooner or later, they're going to start bundling them, almost like the Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN thing.
They're going to bundle them eventually. Come on.
And then it'll be just like we're paying for cable again.
It's literally, history repeats itself. Man.
Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun.
That's nothing new under the sun. We say it all the time. We're like, we can't repeat the past. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
We just change the game a little bit.
Yeah.
You just gotta adapt.
We take the past, change the face, spray, put a little bow on top, spray a different color on it, and call it brand new.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Stick a price tag on it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we gobble it up. I mean,
I don't think I'd gobble too much of that up, bro. I think I'm very good about not. How do I say this? I have this. I don't know if I just grew this personality over time or if I just was born like this. Was the fact that like I've been that guy that if everybody's on that train, forget about it.
yeah,
like
you're like my brother.
dude, like I like the what was it? What was the show everybody was watching? I don't know. There's some recent show that somebody I can't even think about it now. They keep asking about it if I'm watching it. I keep telling them no.
I can't.
But then I tell them I'm like watching The Bear, and now some people know The Bear. People that have been getting on mainstream have like finally picked up on The Bear, which is like great because that show needs it, man.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I mean, I got put onto it, and when I got put onto it, I didn't think it was gonna be for me. I mean, I've worked in some kitchens, but like, dude, it's just real.
It is,
It's
and
real.
when I watched the
And
first
it's
season,
stressful as hell.
It is.
It's so
that's
stressful.
what it is. That's all the show is.
Don't
to
watch
me,
it
man.
at night. Don't watch it at night.
No, don't. Honestly, if you have raging anxiety, be careful before you watch it because it's intense.
It's so intense.
Pearson told me to watch the first season, and he was like, "Just give it a shot. Have you watched The Bear? Have you watched The Bear?" And I was like, "No, I haven't seen it. I've seen it advertised. People are calling it one of the greatest shows ever,
dude."
But when I turned on that first episode, I was like, I paused it like 15 minutes in and went like, oh.
The greatest part about that show, besides it feeling just so authentic in my personal opinion, I really do.
Yes.
Is that I had never been to Chicago prior to like watching that show, right? And so I watched that first season and how they display the city of Chicago. When I tell you, it really made me want to go. So I did. I booked a trip. I went. And when I tell you how they portray Chicago in like all of its shapes, colors, and forms, it is to a T, dude. I mean, if you've never been, how they portray it, that is literally what Chicago is, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fucking madness, but it's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
That's the perfect way to describe Chicago.
Yeah, it is.
We went a few years ago for my cousin's bachelor party, and there were parts of Chicago, and I'm learning that every major city there's parts of Chicago that are really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
But then there's parts of Chicago that you don't have any business going to.
I stayed in one of those parts.
So did I.
Yeah. Got a really great deal on an Airbnb.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
That's right.
I'm going to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to, what is it? East, where did I say it? What's that out on the west side?
Oh, I don't know.
East Garfield Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garfield Park.
Dude, we stayed in some, I guess it was technically a Hilton, but it was not a Hilton. Like it
had letters that spelled Hilton, but it wasn't Hilton.
One of them was like crooked off the side of the, but it was cheap, and for a bachelor party of a bunch of broke college kids, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. And we went to a Cubs game at Wrigley Field, which was fantastic. But going to Wrigley Field and then going back to Truist Park, it's like
it's different.
It is different, man.
How Wrigley is just tucked into this neighborhood, like it's just another building in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
But yet is like one of the most infamous like ballparks in like baseball history.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But then Truist is like this standalone complex that is made to be this grand stadium, yet it has no power or hold over Wrigley's name or anything.
No, nothing.
Like, dude, it was like when I went up there, we walked by it. And like you said, it's just there.
You can tell that when they build parks like Truist, that they just found a plot of land and said, bingo, we're putting it there. Wrigley Field was just built with the city. They said,
it was like Wrigley was built and like the city was like also built, like you said.
Yeah.
But the thing was, they never tried to change it to modernize it.
No.
Either. They've kept it all completely like literally like it's looked.
Yeah.
I mean, they've touched it up some.
Sure, because I think that's one of the few stadiums, that and a couple others, that just haven't been touched.
Fenway.
Yeah. Fenway's one. Because I remember going to the game and going to the concession stand and just thinking like, oh, well, they're going to have all of these cool, like I'm pretty sure I went to a concession stand that was cash only, and I was like, really?
Dude, Chicago had a lot of cash only spots, which honestly I wasn't against, because they also have every other spot was charging you like 4% to use your freaking credit card.
Right. That's how you can tell the city hasn't been modernized yet, is that they're still, as a whole, charging credit card fees.
I don't know, man. I think it's actually starting to become
You think
the
so?
norm. Oh, 100%.
Really?
Dude, yeah, 100% actually. I think a lot of companies are tired of basically fronting that kind of situation, and they're just going to start just charging on the reg.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
It costs them a lot as the business.
Yeah, and now we're going to be paying it directly. So
I'm not surprised. We pay for everything. Everything just seems like it's more expensive, but that's all right. I mean, it comes and goes. That's the economy. It just does this for our entire life. We bitch, we complain, we celebrate. We bitch, complain, celebrate. But that's just what life is, though.
Yeah.
But I love Chicago, man. Shout out to all the food in Chicago, man.
Dude,
That pizza.
I have never ate better food in my life. I'm gonna be honest. I think I haven't been to New York since 2010, but I think it could easily go toe to toe with New York.
Oh, I think that's easily.
Yeah. I mean, it's dude. We don't have we have food down here. We have good food in the South and in Georgia, but like the food up there was just different.
If you were to pinpoint one food that Georgia would be known for, what would you say? Because obviously, you know, Chicago, you got like the deep dish pizza. New York's
you
got
got Southern food, man. It's just like the baked beans. It's just like fucking cornbread, fried chicken. You know, it's the standard fried
fried anything,
home cooked Southern loving meal. Like you know what I'm saying, like grits and like a Waffle House with a Cracker Barrel and something else.
The difference between the South and a place like Chicago or New York is you could walk into a pizza place in New York, get a piece of pizza, walk out, you're fine. In the South, you go into a mom and pop, same situation, pizza place, and they treat you like you are their grandchildren. Like that Southern hospitality, it exists.
Yeah, it does. There is a see, and I think that's it.
It exists, but
that's another piece of me too, though, that I kind of like the North about. I can only handle so much Southern hospitality.
Some of it's a little backhanded.
It's so backhanded. I can't hate the passive aggressiveness, dude. I'm such a like going up into Chicago. If somebody didn't like you, you knew it. And I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect.
They let you know straight up.
I don't care that you don't really like me. I mean, yeah, it might be like, all right, why don't you like me, bro? But like at the same time, it's like I respect you though for being like, nah, bro, I'm not cool with you.
Oh yeah. And the South people will be like, oh yeah, man, so cool, dude.
Then,
like,
oh sweetie, oh yeah, and then like do the old like. You know, like how do they? Oh, bless his heart,
dude.
Oh,
okay.
Geez. Oh my god,
I get so passionate about this, dude.
Don't even start,
dude.
That.
I got into a huge debate with my two other friends, both Southern from the South, and I said, dude, they refer to Southerner, the South and the North use the term or the expression "bless your heart" differently. The North, when someone says "bless your heart," they truly feel sorry for you. Like it is out of empathy and like, oh my God, you broke your leg, bless your heart. In the South, it can be used as they do in the North, but it's mostly used as you just got your new job in Atlanta. Oh, bless your heart, that traffic is going to kill you. Yep. It's like, ooh, that was just like a bitchy comment.
Like it was like, oh, that was a dumb move, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. There is differences too. Of like, you know, if you get like stuck on the side of the road, like not like on the highway, of course, like on a casual road, you might get helped out down in the South. In the North, maybe 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50 chance on that
depending on where you're at. But, you know, even in the South, I'd say these days, honestly, 50-50. But, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I think I'd say Chicago, though, I'll be honest, I had one of the best burgers of my life.
Really?
It's called Au Cheval. Ironically enough, the only other place that has one of these restaurants is New York.
Really?
Dude, I didn't know anything about this place. My buddy that I was up there with, he was like, yo, let's find a spot to eat. So I just looked on Google. Shout out to Google, of course, runs the world. And I was like, yo, like, what's a good spot to eat around here? And first thing was like Au Cheval. And I was like, this looks cool. It was like 4.7 stars. It had like this like kind of like a retro like 1930s 1940s
like that,
like a mob, you know, the button leather seats.
Yeah.
So basically what it is, it's like a Waffle House style but like diner. Like they're cooking right there in front of you.
That.
Dude, they were doing everything from, they had this like bacon that was like, I mean, it was probably about a half-inch thick, that it was like a slab on top. Burgers. They had these Parmesan cheese fries with a fried egg. They had this teriyaki like chicken, not teriyaki chicken, like Kung Pao chicken or whatever that was off the hook. I mean, it was like full-size pieces of chicken. But the craziest thing, man, this just shows you, I'm not the bougie guy when it comes to eating out.
Neither am I.
I'm like, give me a peanut butter sandwich. I'll call it a day. Like,
dude,
done. So,
yeah.
I had never seen this before. They had bone marrow.
I've never had bone marrow.
Dude, I freaked out. I was like, dude, those are bones. What are they eating? And they're like, dude, they freaking carved the marrow out of the center. And then
see, I don't even know what that means.
And then you put it on crackers and you eat it. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, wow, dude. It was the craziest thing to me. Never seen it.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, dude, full size. I'm like talking full size bones. They cook it a certain way, and then like the marrow, like it becomes like whatever, soft enough for you to like scoop out. It's wicked, dude. It is wicked.
People will eat anything, dude. If I told you I could carve out some ingredient from the back of a TV, people be like, I'll put that in a soup and call it a day.
Well, so hear me out. So supposedly there's a lot of good proteins and like the like kind of like how they do like the stem cell treatments kind of stuff. Like I think it's something like that. There's a lot of those good like enzymes and stuff in there that you can consume, and it's good for your body. But still, bro, it is wild to watch.
That is insane. I will say I had crocodile for the first time recently.
Did I have crocodile? I might have had crocodile bites back in the day.
It was a bite form.
Was it like a little like a fried bite?
Yeah, it was like fried.
Okay, I think I've had
either a crocodile or alligator. Yeah, it's a little chewy.
Okay, then I think I've had it.
It sounds lame to say it, but it tastes like chicken. It tastes like a chicken that's just a little thicker.
Yeah.
But
a little meatier.
Dude, people will eat anything, man.
Yeah, dude. Do you know you can get a? I don't actually know you can or not. I don't want to say this and like put them out, but at one point I heard that you can get a kangaroo at that Australian bakery in the Merida Square.
Kangaroo?
I swear, dude. I'm not making this up. Somebody told me this. I'm the messenger. I've been in that place once.
Oh, I need to look that up
serious.
later.
There's the Australian bakery. It's right there by the Taqueria Tsunami in the Merida Square. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Kangaroo.
Swear, that's wild.
That'd be sweet.
I don't know.
But like, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, dude.
Like, I
like deer. I like venison. I like deer. You know,
I've never had deer.
Dude, it's actually like one of the best proteins.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Just fun fact.
Damn.
It's like least fat and everything. Yeah, deer jerky is really good, actually.
I have heard that a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really good.
People love deer.
Yeah.
Have you ever hit a deer?
Yeah, actually.
Really? I almost hit one the other day.
Can't tell that story though.
Oh, that's fine.
Can't tell that story.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
So it wasn't recent though. It was a while ago.
I got real close to hitting one the other day, and it scared the ever living piss out of me.
Yeah,
because I was just like my life flashed before my eyes.
Dude, it's wild.
It is.
It just happens. It literally just happens.
Yeah.
I actually think about it vividly all the time right there by the mountain.
Yeah.
Because I actually know somebody who was driving past there. It was actually was it the morning after it was either the morning after their wedding or the day of their wedding. They were driving and they were in the car you drive off in or whatever.
Oh no.
And went right through the windshield. Yeah. They're good. They're fine. But yeah, killed the deer. Yeah. Thing was dead on the hood.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
dude, that
man.
area by the mountain, it's pitch black at night. You can't see shit. Even with brights on, you're screwed.
Shout out to natural parks. But,
yeah.
I mean,
national parks. Yeah.
Well, and natural, whatever.
Yeah.
Same
I mean,
thing.
it is natural, but dude, you can't see shit over there at night.
No,
it's
you can't.
too dark.
No, you can't.
They need to put something out there, even if it's just a lantern every like 200 feet.
I mean, seriously, but it's they just jump. Like the other day I was driving through and you can just see them standing on the side just eating. They just look up at you like, what's up, bro?
You're like, oh God.
It's like, don't move.
Stay.
Like, yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, man.
That's crazy.
I don't remember. We went off on a tangent. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
huge tangent, but dude, tangents are the best. I love tangents. I almost renamed this podcast Tangents because with me, honestly, it's so easy to go off on tangents.
If that's not taken, that might work.
It might work.
Somebody might just be like, dang.
Dude, I find it real funny, like me knowing you situation because so like I moved to Georgia and I started hanging out with Jordan and
Jay Bird
and you know, every time I would hang out with Jordan, I would see either Jamie or I would see Josh or I would see Wolpe or I would see you. And you know, we were cool then. not crazy close or anything, but we were cool whenever we saw each other. And then like fast forward a couple years, I'm hanging out with Pearson, and then you just like show up to one of his parties. I was like, why the fuck are you here?
And because he worked out at the Y.
Yeah.
And well, then also I saw him at your all's parties.
Yes.
You and Jordan threw.
Yes, exactly. Because Jordan would invite you, I would invite Pearson, and you'd be like, oh, we're friends. And I'd be like, what? Small world, dude.
Jordan and I actually had a funny meeting story. It's
really
ironically. He told me this years later. He's like, dude, I always thought you were weird. I was like, why?
You guys went to high school together, didn't you?
Yeah. So in high school, I played tennis, and like, it trickled into my life today. I'm like so minimalistic when it comes to clothes. I'm like that character on the TV that wears the same outfit every time. Like, I have like 10 outfits. I'm good. Like,
I'm the same way.
I'm pretty sure I've had this shirt for like. It has a hole in it, actually. Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure I've had this shirt for like 8 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? It still fits, works, cool, done. But like, so Jordan said, dude, you'd always come up to our like little hangout group before the bell rang, and you'd always wear the same tennis sweats with the stupid slippers with the socks, the high socks. That was just like the whole. Yeah, that was just. If you were an athlete, you like.
Yeah, that's what you wore.
You repped your stuff, right? And
yeah.
So yeah, man, it was just funny because he's like, dude, I just thought you were weird. And I was like, I thought you were just a normal dude.
Yeah.
But all right, thanks, bro. We lived near each other, and then ironically, that's like, we just kept seeing each other, and
yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
I'm older than him too, though, which is funny.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually older than you guys.
How much older?
Just a year, I think. Did you graduate 2013?
2014.
Oh, 2 years older then.
Yeah.
Wait, Jordan's 2013.
Yeah, Jordan's 2013.
Yeah,
I'm younger.
Yeah. Okay, so so I'm 2 years older.
I act older because I'm dude,
I do not.
I have hit old man status, dude.
I'm a child.
I want to go to bed at like 10 o'clock, but I don't because I'm trying to so when me and Catherine lived solo by ourselves in downtown Kennesaw, she would go to bed early because she's a teacher. So she always goes to bed early. So I would just stay up every night till like 1 or 2 in the morning, just doing something, like whether it was watching TV or playing video games or just like being alone. Like that was my alone time.
Yeah.
In a 700 square foot apartment, you don't have much alone time.
No.
So I would stay up so late. And then when we moved in with my parents after our wedding, we were just in my old bedroom. So we didn't really, we could go anywhere in my parents' house and hang out, but like we were mostly in the bedroom most of the time.
Yeah.
So my body just kind of defaulted like, oh, well, if you're sitting in bed watching TV, it doesn't matter what time it is, you're tired.
Yeah. And
like I would fall asleep at like 8 o'clock some nights.
That's crazy.
And it was great.
I can't do that.
But I hate it. I hated it.
I literally can't do that. Like I'm not a morning person when it comes to if I need to get up and like think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I need to get up and think, you need me late at night.
Yeah.
If you need me to like just move and function, that's why I like working out in the morning. Like it's like brainless, I just figure out what I'm gonna do ahead of time and I just get up and move, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how early I get up though, I will automatically stay up till at least midnight. I don't know why. I don't know. I literally cannot force myself into my bed knowing that I can get 9 hours of sleep, because in reality, I actually just, I'm not a vampire guy, but they don't sleep. Dude, totally wish I could. Oh my God. Yeah. I wish I didn't have to sleep. I hate sleeping.
Honestly,
I think it's the biggest drag. I hate that we have to recharge and whatever. And I get like, if I could just like lay on a couch 15 minutes, close my eyes, just like
a quick charge,
clear everything out, I will get back up and be more refreshed than sleeping 8 hours.
I like that.
It's wild.
I
can't do that all the time. It's not good for the brain.
My best work and ideas and everything comes to me really late at night.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was going to bed so early for so long, I was just kind of in this like creative like drag. Like I wasn't coming up with anything cool. I was just kind of
See, that's smart then. Then that's smart, because then you're just wasting time. Making yourself more tired.
But now I do my best to train my body to staying up later, which has worked for the most part. Like I can actually, dude, I went through a phase where I couldn't play video games past like 10 o'clock because I was just so tired for some reason.
I played the other day with one of my cousin has this kid. He I gave him my gamer tag, I was like, we'll play once or twice. Dude, every time I turn my Xbox on, I'm getting messages spammed. And
Really?
I played with him the other day. Dude, we played till like 2 a.m. and I had to be at work the next day. And I was like, dude, I got to go. He goes, dude, one more. And I said, dude, you are 13. You're not going to work tomorrow. I was like, I hate to sound like an adult, but I got to get off this because like I am going to be dragging. Like, and I was, dude. I woke up the next day. I heard that alarm go off like 5 hours later or 4. I don't even remember what time it was, but it was, yeah, dude. I remember just getting into work. I had drank about 400 milligrams of caffeine by about 10 a.m., which is like nothing to most people. But for me, I've been trying to weigh off it. So I was like tweaking a little bit.
Dude, I was, I stayed up till about 1 o'clock last night also playing video games. And here's the thing about me too, that kind of sucks, but in some other ways it's kind of nice. So no matter how late I'm up, I could be up till 4 a.m. I'm up at 7.
That's wild. I can't do that.
It sucks. I was always the kid in like middle school, high school, and we'd all go to like our buddy's house and stay over. I was always the first one to wake up the next morning. They would sleep till noon, 1 o'clock. I'm always up at 7 or 8 in the morning.
See, I was a weird kid, man. I didn't like sleeping over at people's houses.
Really?
I don't like territories I don't know. I'm still like that. I like if I don't know the area, I've gotten more comfortable now because I prepare. So if I go somewhere I don't know, I have things that I'm like, okay, if this happens, this happens, this happens. But as a kid, you don't think always like that, or at least I didn't, because I didn't have an IQ of Einstein, so whatever. Yeah. So basically, it was just like I'd be like, all right, is anybody awake yet? So I can like get out of here and go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel that. But it was like I didn't want to stay there. It was like when everybody went to sleep, then I was just like awake, and I was like, all right, I'll try and go to sleep, and I'll just like lay there with my eyes closed. Yeah. But nowadays, I'll sleep wherever.
I'll sleep in
I'll sleep just about anywhere.
I can't sleep in public though. When I was in college, and I would like go walk through the school to get place, you'd see people like sleeping like just on like in like a common area.
Oh,
I could never do that.
You can't do that.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'd be full-fledged sleeping, but I definitely have days that I remember hanging out in the Kennesaw State library, where they had them like big old booths or whatever that were like the round booths that were like cushiony ones. Oh yeah,
I'd sleep in there
sometimes. Bro, dude, so I'd work in the morning. I'd work early. I'd have like the 6 a.m. shift at Home Depot. Yeah. And then I would get off of work around like 12 to go to class. And I would be at class till about 8. But then I would go work out at the gym in between. Yeah. But then, man, I mean, I didn't want to sleep in my car. I mean, I did that too, though, actually. I mean, I kept a pillow in my car and everything. So.
I will say sometimes I'll take like a fat nap. I'm a big napper. Not a big napper, I would say, but I'm not opposed to a nap.
No, I'm not a napper.
I
literally hate sleeping.
Now, dude, so here's the thing though, is I'll wake up from a nap and I'll be pissed that I took it.
Dude, I like that.
Damn, I just burned 2 hours.
Dude, and sometimes I feel worse. Yeah. I literally would rather just drag on than try and like sleep.
Yesterday I worked in the morning from like 9 to 1 and I woke up early to get ready, and I got home afterwards and I sat right here and napped for 2 hours.
That's wild.
But I woke up and I was like, fuck, man, just wasted 2 hours on Saturday.
Your body needed it. Yeah. See, I'm also that guy. See how I do that? Like, your body needed it. Yeah. I get it. Your body needs things, but unfortunately, sometimes you don't want it. So yeah, man. But hey, now you're revived, you're refreshed, you're restored. You sound like you partied hard last night.
Sure.
Yeah. Heard, man. Heard.
But yeah, just trying to keep up. Dude, we're going to 4 movies I've gone to 4 movies this week.
You went to 4 movies?
Well, this week, so
that's impressive. Especially nowadays that every movie is 3 hours longer. I have nothing against it. Hear me out. I am all for it to be able to tell a true story, because I one day would love to do that as well. Yeah. However, bring back intermissions. Yeah. Bring back intermissions. If I'm going to be watching your movie for 3 hours or more, throw in a 5 to 10 intermission in the middle of the movie, just like a stretcher. Let me go take a leak. Let me do whatever. It's not an uncommon thing.
Because you know what the worst thing is, man, is if you have to pee by the end of a 3-hour movie, and because for the last 30 minutes of that movie that you got to pee, you're not thinking about that movie. No. You're thinking about the fact that you got to pee. You're just like, you're just like trying to think. You're not paying attention to the movie, which sucks because, you know, I've just started being the guy that if the movie is longer than 2 hours and 20 minutes, I don't get a drink.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, so
it sucks.
What I do is I chug water. Like I'm talking like every kind of hydrations, whatever, up until parking in that parking lot. And the second I park in the parking lot, I try and hopefully it like all hits me, right?
Yeah.
I get in line, get my popcorn, situated, and hopefully at that point I've let it cook long enough into the bladder that I'm like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
And then I go. Now, sometimes I overshoot.
Yeah.
And well, there's that, oh man, are we in the second act yet? Like,
I know, dude.
Come on now. And then I have that water sitting there that I want to drink. But then I know I have to start sipping it because then my mouth just starts getting dry because I'm destroying the popcorn, bro. And I'm like,
just shoving it back.
It's literally like SpongeBob. I don't need it. Yeah. Like it's like it's horrible. So
it is horrible, dude. I feel like I've been trying to drink a lot more water lately.
It's good.
And I went to a movie. This was probably 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I forget what the movie was because I didn't watch it. Because I drank so much water that day that every like 20 minutes I had to get up and go to the bathroom. Dang. And by the fourth time I got up to go to the bathroom, I think I just walked out. I was like, fuck this, dude. I was so angry at myself because it was a movie I think I genuinely wanted to see. Oh, it was that movie where Mark Wahlberg played a priest.
Oh, yeah.
Father Stu, I think.
Father Stu? I thought they came out on like streaming services the same day.
No, it did. It was a theater thing. Wow, but it didn't do well, so it was out on streaming services like 2 weeks later. A lot of sense. Yeah, it didn't do very well. But I was genuinely interested in this movie, and I had to go pee every 20 minutes. Yeah. It sucked so bad. I was pissed at myself.
So let me ask you something. I'll transition your own podcast for you for cinema if you want to talk.
Sure.
What's your least favorite part about going to the theater? Is it the fact that you can't pause it and go use the restroom? Is that like one of your big perks?
That's a really good question. My least
everybody talks about what they love about the theater. We all know what we love about the theater, but what is your least?
That's a fantastic question.
Favorite thing?
I can tell you this. I hate Cody more than anything other people.
Really?
At the theater.
That's wild.
Because listen to this, okay?
That's the whole point of it.
I know. And listen, when you have a good audience, a movie's experience could be, you know, the movie could be bad, but if you have an engaging theater, it's the best.
When I saw The Dark Knight Rises, I did the trilogy in the IMAX. And so we were there for like 12 hours or something. When Heath Ledger made his appearance in The Dark Knight and he pulls that mask off and he's
crowd roaring.
Dude, it was epic. It was freaking epic.
Yeah.
That was like if I could capture a cinema in like a nutshell, it was that real. It's just like when Cap was right there against Thanos in it, the best part of that whole movie because the first half of the
grabs the damn hammer.
Dude, and then you hear on your left. Yeah. And then the crowd like, oh, like, dude, it was like you see the freaking Doctor Strange spirals. I'm like, I got goosebumps thinking about it, man. Because the crowd went insane. Yeah. That's what makes cinema.
Yeah, that's true. So
but what you don't like people in there.
I like people like you and me that are going to the movie to watch the movie and to enjoy the movie, but there's a lot of people that, and maybe I was this kid once, but like they'll go with a group of friends and they'll be talking the whole time, and it makes me, I don't want to be the old guy that gets up and complains to the staff. Yeah. A, because I don't want to miss the movie.
Yeah.
But B, I just don't want to be that asshole. Yeah. But at the same time, bro, like you're ruining. So what did I see the other day? God.
I had a situation happen the other day. That's why I'm curious about this. My mom told me I need to cool off. I said, nah, that's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful as fuck, dude. I get so passionate about this. What did I see? I saw
Mission Impossible.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
That's when it happened to me. I mean, I'll let you go first. But.
Bro, I'm in so you know how most theaters have like, you walk in and then there's like the walking path in the middle of the room, and then there's the row of seats up front, and then there's like the seats up that ramp up in the back. Yeah. So I'm sitting in that front row where I'm like putting my feet up on like the rails or whatever, if you can picture that. So there's the walkway in front of me, and then that first row of seats, that first set of seats on the other side of the walking path, there's a couple and their, I'll say, 2.5-year-old. And like in the lobby, when I was getting my popcorn situation, my drink situated, the kid was being a madman.
Oh, yeah?
And I said to myself, surely the set of parents and this 2-year-old aren't going to see Mission Impossible,
right? Yeah.
And sure enough, they sit down, and I think to myself, I was like, holy shit, man, I am going to cry. Like, because that kid, the whole movie, wasn't crying, but more just making noises.
Being a kid.
And it's not the kid's fault.
In a non-kid movie.
In a non-kid movie. Now,
So
if I'm seeing Toy Story, and there's kids being kids,
then you understand
that's, you know, I still hate it, but that's just the grave that I dug for myself.
You understood the territory you're walking into.
Exactly. It'd be like going to a sad movie and being mad that people are crying. It's part of the experience.
Logan, what it sounded like is you and I had the same experience, which is my pet peeve of theaters is kids at theaters, man. I'm sorry. Like, I think everybody who really knows me knows my stance on kids already.
Do you hate kids?
I don't hate kids. I just hate that kids seem to be running this world these days, and these parents aren't doing anything about it. I'm tired of it.
That's facts.
I'm tired of it, man. And I'm just like, dude.
Parents are afraid of discipline.
I
don't know why they don't discipline.
Don't get me started, bro. My mom would whip out the ruler.
Whoop my ass,
oh
dude.
My God. When she started breaking the wooden spoons, dude, it became rubber rulers. I had, at one point, I think, inches 7 through 11, like, tattooed on my ass. Like, I swear to God, dude. So, like, you know, the thing is so same situation. I didn't see the kid prior, in Mission Impossible. All of a sudden, I'm just relaxing, enjoying the movie. I just see something just, like, flipping around in the seat, like, right down below me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, you put on a jacket, whatever. But it was doing it so much that it was like, all right, something's happened. So I finally just looked. And it's this kid wearing some stupid, like, hooded jacket thing, and he doesn't want to sit in his own seat. He wants to sit in his mom's lap. So he's sitting in his mom's lap, but then he won't stop moving while he's sitting in his mom's lap. But since he's sitting in his mom's lap, he's above the eye line.
Yeah.
And, like, she keeps telling him, you know, and, like, trying to bring him down. He keeps sitting back up. And I mean, I almost was about to be like, woman, just get him out of here. Sorry for yelling at your mic.
No, you're fine, dude.
But, like, I mean, it's just like, to me, I'm thinking, do you not understand the nuisance you're being? Like, do you want me to vocalize it? Because I will.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the thing.
Would you?
Heck yes. If it kept on, she finally grabbed the kid because I think she saw me looking because she looked back. And, I mean, I was like beaming. I was beaming. I was like, get your kid outie. I mean, the dude was like 11. He wasn't even 13.
Yeah, see, dude,
like,
once they get to a certain age,
like,
dude, my parents,
they shouldn't allow them in the movie theater. They should honestly, back in the day, I wasn't 13. I couldn't go into a PG-13 without an adult.
Yeah.
And that point, I was trying to watch the movie. Like, I'm sorry, you people, I can't afford a babysitter and stuff like that. Well, okay,
well, guess what? You don't get to go to the movies then.
Well, next time, pull out or use a condom. I'm sorry, because don't ruin my experience of something that's incredibly made for us to experience.
Yeah.
Because your kid can't sit still in the seat.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's 100%. So, dude, I've got, dude, when I saw Wakanda Forever in theaters, dude, let me tell you this. Let me set the stage. It's NCG in Ackworth.
Dude, that's right. That's the spot.
The Extreme Theater. At the very front row of the theater, there's a corner seat. The very front row corner seat, closest to the door, a mom and her baby. I don't mean 2-year-old. I mean,
bro, that's
7 months.
Icing on the cake, dog.
7 months.
It's icing on the cake.
And the whole Cody.
They just need to make showings for parents with kids. That's it. That's the solution. Theaters just need to start showings. If you have kids and you're an adult, go to the showing. Listen, every theater in the world needs to do this. If you have kids, go to this showing of Mission Impossible. If you don't have kids, go. They have 18 and over bars and clubs. Do theaters like that, man.
Dude, you know what we should do is we should just start a theater company. And
dude, I already know a guy who could run it.
And you know what we could do is we could make our theater company not necessarily, we're going to be the heroes. We're going to make our theater that theater that you're talking about.
Dude, we could buy the Regal out there by Town Center Mall.
Yeah, that theater has nothing.
It has nothing.
We could figure out how much it costs.
Varsity across the street.
Yeah.
It's not in the mall. Well, dude, the mall's, please.
Well, not the Town Center Mall.
Bro, it's not like 1980s Stranger Things over here, dog. This is Town Center
Mall. But dude, so whole movie, Cody, this baby is not just making baby noises, because that's kind of cute, but not in a movie. But this baby is wailing.
Not a chance.
And the whole movie, Cody, everybody is like, I don't want to say
trying not to acknowledge
it, but everyone is kind of acknowledging it, and the mom is like doing her best to like calm it down.
Just walk. I know you don't want to miss the movie, but just walk out. I'm sorry.
So finally, at one point, probably halfway through the movie at this point, somebody back behind me, couple theater, goes, "Take it out!" Like, and the whole theater starts clapping and cheering, like the moment in Endgame that you're talking about. Whole theater starts cheering.
She deserved it.
And finally, she did deserve it. You know, all the people I was with said, "Well, that was a little disrespectful." Man, fuck you, dude. That parent bringing that baby in the theater is the most disrespectful thing ever.
Don't get me wrong, man. We are a very blessed nation, privileged to do things like that. But at the same time, if I'm spending any of my money that I put my life and time into earning, and I want to go enjoy something, you best believe it. I'll have. I got told the other day I'm not a very compassionate person.
Catherine tells me that sometimes. So, your fuse is really short, Logan. You should fix that.
Yeah. So So basically, I just think there's a certain level of like, I live my life where I try not to step and purposely piss off other people, and like if I'm doing something, you know, and I start noticing that it's making whatever dude, I almost snapped at my mom the other day. We're Mission Impossible. Her stupid watch starts going off, her Apple Watch. She silenced everything, but her Apple Watch started going off. And I'm like, I literally got to the point of I was about to be like, give me the bag and I'm going to throw it across this freaking place if you do not turn this thing off. Like, I mean, I literally, like, to my own mom, you know, but it's just like, it was only because of the fact that I would be mad if it was somebody else.
Yeah, bro. I'm so glad we see eye to eye on this.
And not because of the fact that I'm actually mad at my mom, but at that moment I'm feeling like a hypocrite because I'm involved with the noise. And I'm just like, dude, turn it off. And so she got it turned off and she was freaking out. She's like,
yeah.
But like,
dude, if my mom did some shit like that, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, "Mom, get that fucking phone out of here."
We're not those people. Like,
I know, dude, because I do the same thing. Catherine's always like, "Why are you so angry at them?" I'm like, because I know if I were in their shoes, I would do everything in my power to make sure I'm not inconveniencing other people.
100%, dude.
Because 100%. Especially too, because when I was a kid and I see kids misbehaving in public, bro, my dad would just shoot me the look.
Oh my God.
And he would just shoot me he would just mouth the words like bathroom when we get home.
Oh yeah. Oh, bathroom.
Dude.
Trigger word.
Dude. Bathroom when we get home. And I'd be like, okay, yes, sir. And I feel like parents just don't do that shit, man. They don't want to upset their kids.
They don't, man. Dude, they don't want to hurt these kids, man.
And listen, I'm not a parent yet. I don't know what that feels like. But at the same time, bro, like, dude, another story. This was years ago.
I love it.
I was on a flight.
I think I figured out what you don't like in cinemas, by the way.
Kids.
Kids. It's not just people. It's kids.
It's not even really people. It's just people's kids.
That was the whole tangent. Sorry, I did wrap it, but here.
No, please. I'm glad. Yeah. What I hate about theaters, people's kids. Now listen, if your kid is sitting there watching the movie willy-nilly, I love your kid. He's my kid too now.
I want him to
love that
experience
kid.
it.
I want him to succeed.
Yes.
But if the minute he starts wailing and you, the parent, don't do dick about it, I hate that kid and I hate you.
Dude, I saw one time the person gave their kid the iPad and just put their hoodie over top of the kid and let the kid play on the iPad the whole movie.
Honestly, if that solves the problem.
I was like, what? I would have been like, I paid for this ticket you're watching, son.
Right.
Like, dude, that's just me.
I went on this rant and then my mom was just like, well, I hate to break it to you, but when you were 6 months old, me and your dad brought you to see Scream in
Wow.
theaters.
That's kind of intense.
And I was like, really?
I mean, it's a perfect cover up though, if you did start crying.
Right. I was like, really? Did I scream? Did I wail? And she was like, honestly, it's probably was just meant to be that you love movies as much as you do because you didn't make a peep.
That's pretty cool.
6-month-old baby for an hour and a half didn't make a peep in a movie.
I don't have a cool story like that. I just remember my dad took me to Digimon and I got a free card because I got chicken pox and I couldn't go to a rodeo. That's about it.
But yes, anyway, hate kids in theaters. But on this plane, dude, they say fasten, keep your seatbelts buckled at certain times and stuff. Well, this, I want to say probably 5-year-old, older than the kid in the movie the other day, but just running up and down the aisle of the plane.
Yeah, dude.
And at one point, they started bringing out their beverage cart service, and the parent just didn't give a shit that their kid was getting in the way of the flight staff.
Dude, I have a story like this too that just happened. Continue.
And I wanted to be like, I'm going to trip your kid. I'm going to trip this little fucker. And you're going to say, oh, well, you're an asshole. I'm like, well, you're the asshole. There's people here serving.
We're also flying 15,000 feet above the ground, ma'am. Do you not understand? Like,
people just don't give a shit about other people, man.
They don't. That's the issue, dude. That's such the issue.
It's just they're selfish. It's just their world, and we're all living in it.
Yeah, and honestly, forget about them.
Dude,
forget about them.
I hope all the people in my life that do these things with their kids. Yeah, I'm not outing anybody, but there's people in my life that don't handle some things like I'd like them to, and those people know who they are.
Well, and then the thing is, though, it all gets turned on us, right? So then, like one day, I mean, if you end up having kids and wanting to have kids,
right?
I might just do like the Brad and Angie route and just adopt them all.
I'm gonna have kids, but you'd best believe that if my kid starts wailing in the movie, as much as I love movies and as much as it would pain me to have to walk out, I'm walking out with my kid.
Oh yeah, I'll go back and see the movie without the kid.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nah, I feel that though. I mean, the thing is kids are kids. Kids
will be kids. And you know what? It's not even the kid's fault. It's just the parent, really, that doesn't handle the situation.
Yeah, man. And it's hard. I get it.
Bro, when I worked at Chili's back in the day, there were kids or parents, they'd meet up with their friends after church and their kids would be at their own table and they're doing their thing. But then kids would like start playing in the restaurant, like running around in the restaurant.
I remember those days.
Dude. I so badly, as the employee, wanted to be like, excuse me, your kids are getting in the way of the staff. Yeah. We're trying to walk food to tables. If your kid cuts one of us off, food could be spilled. Someone could get hurt. Yeah. But actually, it's not my business. I can't say anything.
The only side note in this, because I don't know why I saw this. You see that somebody won like was it $3 or $8 million lawsuit against McDonald's the other day because their chicken nugget burned the kid's mouth?
Yes.
Since you said that about food hurting kids, sorry, I was thinking about that. Dude, that's wild. Then wasn't there a lawsuit against McDonald's a while back about their coffee being too hot too?
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Which, I don't know how I feel about that. If their coffee's too hot, it's too hot.
Well, I mean, it is dangerous. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Hot coffee's hot coffee.
Yeah, you can't drink hot coffee.
They should definitely, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess they do it just to make sure it's ensured that it's cooked, but that's wild. I mean, hey.
Hot coffee's hot coffee.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering the situation, like, did they give them a cup of coffee and then that person be like, thanks, and then just start chugging hot coffee?
Like the TikTok kids be doing with them, with the ice cream crap?
Yeah.
I can't even.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Stupid.
I hope not. I don't think so. I think somebody just consistently went to McDonald's and one day they burned the wrong person. Pun intended.
Yeah, they did.
Pun intended.
They did.
They burned the wrong
person. Anyway,
person.
so what did you think of Mission Impossible?
Yeah, dude, bringing back cinema. I'm glad.
Back to cinema.
Yeah. Things I liked about cinema.
The movies themselves.
Dude, honestly, man, Tom Cruise, I don't know the guy. Never met the guy.
Right.
Don't know anything about him. Really. Yep. I mean, except for what the media has displayed and what he's verbally said on camera or whatever. But the thing is that guy has literally brought back the thing we love. Mission Impossible, the new one, was not the most amazing Mission Impossible movie I've seen.
Agreed.
I do not think it had the craziest plot. I think it was very not, I don't want to say like, what's the word when you can foresee it happening?
Oh, predictable?
Thank you. It seemed very predictable, but the thing is this: I had no issue with it. You want to know why? Because to me, just like all those classic movies that we all love, that he grew up on, that we got to live off of from our parents, from the 80s and the 70s, those big action films, that's what it was. And that's what he's brought back. And
Dude,
that's like awesome.
To me, say what you want about the guy.
And
like
it's not
you say.
CGI like Transformers and that. Like,
no.
Nothing against the new Transformers. We can talk about that one
Yeah,
too,
we will talk about that. Yeah. Nothing, dude. Whenever I watch interviews with Tom Cruise, it makes me just want to find him and shake his hand and tell him thank you.
Yeah.
Because he's like, if you wanted to like put a poster child on like American cinema, it'd be Tom Cruise. Not only does he make some of the most iconic movies of all time, but also,
well, I think you probably have to add Tom Hanks too. A lot of Toms out there.
A lot of Toms in American cinema, but like Tom Hanks saying like, I don't want to put Top Gun Maverick on Paramount Plus. I make movies for cinemas. Thank you. Yeah. Like, I saw this interview with this TikToker, and this TikToker was the owner of like a really small movie theater, a local theater. And he got to go to the Mission Impossible premiere, and he went up to Tom Cruise and he said, Tom, like, I am the owner of a small family chain. And he said, oh, what's it called? And like, he told him about it, and he was asking questions because Tom Cruise cares about the movie experience.
100%.
And not only just the conglomerates like AMC and Regal and everything, but he cares about the little guy. Dude, Tom Cruise could run the world, and I'd be all right with it.
I mean,
it'd
be a crazy world, bro. That'd be a crazy
Everyone
world.
would be doing their own stunts.
Not like, dude, everybody would be doing everything would be parkour.
I just see interviews with him and things that he says, even before Mission Impossible. I don't know about you, but there was a little message that came up on the screen.
Yeah.
And him and the director, and he just
like,
says,
how many guys do that?
Nobody.
Or girls, either one, you know. Nobody cares that much. No. I mean, yeah, The Rock.
I was gonna say The Rock.
Hey, Dwayne out here catching a big lip out here on the fish pond. Like,
I've seen The Rock do it, and I've seen Mark Wahlberg do it, because I think Mark Wahlberg is also in on like movie theater experiences as well.
Yeah, they really care about it. I mean, well, that's the thing is like, it's cool because Tom Cruise, like you said, he doesn't let anybody push him aside when it comes to what he wants to create and invent for us to see. And Matt Damon had that interview that, was circulated, that they're talking about, he's like, the story of, so I went to my stunt guy, and I was like, or safety guy, he's like, I want to do this. And it's like, safety guy couldn't do it. And so Matt's like, what'd you do? He goes, so I got another safety guy. Yeah. He's like,
Matt Damon talking about Tom Cruise is just the funniest thing. Cause
it's cool though, because I mean, the thing is like, and then hearing about how the jump he did in the new one. Yeah. That was supposedly like the first day or the first week of shooting. Yeah. And he said, we did it because if I died, well, we don't have to do reshoots. I mean, the dude's real. Like, but he's like, I'm doing something super dangerous.
And you know what? If he dies on the set of one of his movies, that's a win in his book.
Dude, that would be like probably his way of wanting to go out, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'll be honest.
The last Mission Impossible movie is just going to be him just in some way just killing himself.
Just exploding.
Just in the most like
he just turns into cinema, actually.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is cinema. I just love the guy. I'm glad you brought him up.
He can't explode before we bring back Tropic Thunder 2. We need to get Tropic Thunder 2 made for all these cancel culture. With all these cancel culture people out here.
I think that they've talked about having that be a thing.
I think they need to. I think they need to add that with the comedians that have been combating cancel culture.
Oh, yeah.
And
put all the canceled
Dave Chappelle in there, for God's sake. Yeah. That would be the funniest thing ever.
Dave Chappelle. Let Robert Downey Jr. do blackface again.
Oh, my God. No, honestly, they should actually get... what's his name? What's the other comedian that he did The Mandalorian? Oh my God.
Oh, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, dude, just get Bill Burr, dog. That, dude. Yo, man, that guy would be hilarious.
I think Robert Downey Jr. was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan asked him about Tropic Thunder and said, like, hey, have you had people come after you for you doing blackface?
I think I saw that.
And he was just like, I mean, people have come at me, but I don't give a shit. None of the writers gave a shit. None of the staff gave a shit. It wasn't meant to be racist. It was me. I was portraying a character. He was
being what was it, over a top actor. That's what I mean. That's what they do. I mean, people. I almost brought up Heath Ledger. I was gonna say people like these lock themselves away and like, you know, just get into character. I mean, that was the whole staple of his whole thing. And nah, dude, I think they should. I mean, I think it's hilarious. It was, I mean, not blackface. Blackface is not funny.
Yeah,
that's not funny at all.
You can't do
but
that.
That joke that Andrew Schultz pulled with the Navy SEALs thing, that thing was funny. That dude's wild for that one. That was.
Yeah, he is absolutely. Yeah. What else? The Flash.
Oh, I saw the Flash. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Flash.
I liked all the cameos. I thought that was dope. I think Ezra Miller, I don't know what they're going to do with that guy. I think at this point,
I think they're going to get rid of him. That's what's going to happen, I think.
I really wish like we could just Men in Black, like do the Flash to like with the Statue of Liberty to the world and just let us forget about DC and then like bring it back as a brand new James Gunn universe. Because I don't know, man. I mean, I liked all the cameos. I thought it was funny. I don't want to spoil anything because I don't know if anybody has seen it yet or not, but whatever. But at the same time, I thought the story was a bit mid. I think it was very standard, and I think the enemy at the end of it all,
that was kind of wasted.
It was predictable, but it was also wasted 100%. 100%. And it was done in a way poor version of what the TV series, the CW, The Flash did. And I think the CW, The Flash actually kind of did it better, if I'm being honest.
I saw this
they just didn't have Michael Keaton. That's the issue.
There was a version of the script that had, instead of the villain being Zod, or instead of the villain being,
that was a drag too.
It was. They said that it was going to be a Batman villain that ended up being the villain.
That'd been sick.
It would have been like someone like I don't know. They named a couple random like Batman villains, and they said, yeah, we thought about just having this guy be the villain, and it just be an alternate reality, like. It would have been like, I think they said like Jim Carrey is Riddler again, or Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face. Like,
yeah, that'd be
just kind of doing that. I was like, yeah, that would have been lit.
I don't think Jim Carrey would have. He might play the.
I don't know if he'd do it again.
I don't think he would. He wanted to do something else, actually. I think I remember that. There was a story about that. He wanted to play another role, and instead he didn't get it. I think he wanted to play the Joker, actually.
I think it was either Joker or Batman that he auditioned for, and he didn't get it, so they gave him Riddler.
Man.
And I always like stories like that when an actor tries out for something and they don't give it to him. They're like, we're not going to let you play this part, but we'll give you someone else.
And he did a great job, but at the end, I think Jim Carrey was still like,
Yeah. He was very Jim Carrey in that movie.
Jim Carrey's also a poor guy. That dude's gone through a lot, too.
Yeah, he has.
That's somebody else, that smiling face mask, literally.
Dude, I have a hot take on The Flash. I absolutely adored it.
Yeah,
I love the movie top to bottom.
Okay, let me ask you why.
And I can not. Yeah, you can move anything you want to move.
Just my bad.
No, it's okay. If you can't tell, blankets on the corners are Catherine's decorating style. Blanket there, blanket there.
I see that. I see that.
But
home life.
Yeah, I loved it. I walked out of it thinking it was the best movie I've seen this year.
Wow. Really?
Because I went into it expecting a heaping pile of garbage based on all of the media that I'd heard, because based on all the things I've seen about Ezra Miller, I just kind of was like, this movie's going to suck. If anything, it's just going to be a cool DC No Way Home kind of movie. It's going to be DC's No Way Home.
So you expected it to be like already like a No Way Home kind of thing.
I expected there to be surprises for sure.
I mean, yeah. 100%.
So, the Wonder Woman thing surprised me. Spoiler alert. That's the first 15 minutes of the movie. My fault. Wonder Woman's in the movie.
I'm not going to say any names, so I don't spoil anything.
But I won't say the stuff at the end. I really liked all the stuff at the end.
Yeah,
that was really good.
I think that was the dopest part, honestly.
I thought
not the dopest. Dude, the hospital. That's wild. That intro is wild. Actually, I will give you that.
Now, I will say that there was a lot of CGI problems. A lot of CGI problems, but I mean, we got some epicness. Listen, I'm a Ben Affleck Batman apologist. I think the dude didn't get a fair shot at playing Batman.
100%.
I thought the warehouse scene alone in Batman versus Superman, where he kicked the ass of those 20 dudes, that's the Batman I want to see.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he definitely killed like half of them guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
At the same time, that was the dark Batman. I mean, that was the Joker killed Robin. That was Batman at his weakest moment.
God, you saying that, dude? All of the wasted potential of
I know.
the Zack Snyder universe.
Dude, but you know what's not going to be wasted? the Robert Pattinson universe.
I hope not.
I'm gonna let you finish your hot take on the Flash, but I'm gonna tell you.
I just loved it. I mean, I wrote on. Do you know what Letterboxd is? I think
you're talking about it. Yeah.
This is what I wrote about the Flash. It's about damn time this movie came out. It's been a long wait, and I can confidently say it was worth the wait. The movie blew my socks off in pretty much any way. I can't think of much to hate on, and since then I've come up with things to hate on. I loved this movie. That's what it says. I loved Michael Keaton. I thought that was pretty awesome. I loved the action. Yeah. I liked Ezra Miller's performance.
He was good.
And in other movies like Justice League, I didn't care for him as the Flash.
He had some one-offs that were kind of funny.
Yeah, but in this, I genuinely enjoyed watching it. Well, but the whole time, I couldn't help to think, like, this is all getting reset. James Gunn is going to reset everything. None of this matters.
I'm curious to see if he's just going to do a different universe Flash. I think that would be the smartest move.
He might do like
if I'm going to be honest, hear me out. Not that I think Ezra Miller's a bad Flash, but I think for the true safety and security of the DC universe, he just needs to hop to another world and use that Flash and then bring Ezra Miller back at some point.
I think they could do that.
You know, because the thing is do a Miles Morales. I see it over there on your little screen. Oh. Do a Miles Morales Flash. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wally West.
Yeah, Wally West. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. You could do a different version, and then that's how he ties in his whole new universe. And he's already opened up all the other universes.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if I was the guy in the big chair, James, if you need a guy, holler at me.
For real, dude. James, if you need any help, bro.
I got a couple of scripts I'm working on.
Any help, James.
Actually,
any help.
I got one script.
I don't care if you need someone to deliver mail. I'll work in your DC Universe office.
Yeah. Seriously, dude, that'd be sick.
God, the ability to work with James Gunn.
That would be sick.
He's got to be.
Did you like Guardians 3?
I did like Guardians 3.
I did too. It was dark. It was not a kid's
Quite
movie.
Dark.
That was like literally the darkest non-kids movie I've seen in a while.
And I'll say this, dude. I did not like at all Guardians 2.
Yeah, I think Guardians 2 was a bit fluffed. It was just like for me how I haven't been a Thor fan since the second Thor. I thought what was the third one? Ragnarok. I hated that one.
Really?
Dude, Thor's not a comedian. The whole thing was a comedy show.
And Love and Thunder was worse.
And then finally, the world opened their freaking stupid eyes and heard what I've been saying for years. And they're like, well, Love and Thunder was just like a joke the whole time. Dude, rewatch Ragnarok. That's the exact same thing. Yeah. The exact same thing.
Love and Thunder was really disappointing, man.
It was horrible.
I mean, we got the GOAT. We got Christian Bale. We got him.
The Batman.
And yeah, we got the GOAT. But other than that, Love and Thunder was a waste.
It's a horrible
They've made Thor into the laughing stock of the MCU.
It was hilarious. Honest to God, I actually loved Love and Thunder, hear me out, because I went in hating Thor already, and I thought it was the funniest movie I'd seen.
It was funny as hell.
Those goats were the funniest thing. Like crashing into shit. Dude, that was the funniest thing ever. But like the movie sucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Horrible movie.
The movie was not Thor.
But I enjoyed elements of it, but the movie as a whole, I was out on it.
So for me, the Guardians were the comedy guys, right?
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, even as Ant-Man, I let it go because it was cool and it's Paul Rudd. So, but the thing is like Guardians 2 was fluffed. I felt like they tried too hard at some jokes and certain things. And then the backstory, it was cool. But the thing is like, he really never used those abilities. The only time he ever uses those abilities is every time he's about to die in space and he's just so happened to be able to live long enough somebody saves him.
I don't know how many times Peter Quill has just been like floating out in space.
It's every movie.
And then all of a sudden he's alive again.
Yeah, I swear, dude, it's every movie. So, I mean, like, that's just it. I mean, my thing is, I liked it. But I thought it was really dark, dude. Wow. Like James Gunn left a staple on Marvel with that one.
Honestly, he did.
Like the whole bunny rabbit thing with the tarantula legs.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Dude.
That's nightmare
Hide your
fuel.
kids. That's scary.
That's nightmare fuel, dude, for me.
For real. Yeah. Bring your kids to that movie and then leave with them because they're so scared.
Yeah. Take your kids to that movie.
Take your kids to that movie. Maybe they'll sit down and shut up for once.
No, they'll probably like it.
Maybe.
Yeah, twisted.
What'd you think of Transformers?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I loved it.
No, I did too.
I loved it all except for one piece, and I can't even say it because it's just I would get canceled for this.
Oh, okay. We'll talk off mic.
No, I'm just kidding. I would get canceled for it. It's just the fact of the matter is, I love the movie because of the fact I love the fact that it was the 90s.
Yeah.
It was New York. It was the hip hop and rap. That's my stuff, dude. I love like 90s hip hop rap, late 80s, 90s, even early 2000s with 50 Cent. Like that's like I love it. I love it. I don't know why. I should have been born there because a piece of me is like encoded there.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought the cool, like the cars were dope. The action sequences were dope. The story was good enough that it wasn't like the issue with the last two. I didn't even see the Bumblebee one, and then I didn't see that one. But the ones with Mark Wahlberg, they had like 5 bad guys, in one movie, And it's like, which one are you fighting right now?
Right.
And like, wait, is he actually the really bad guy, or is he the really bad guy? And wait, so they're kind of good guys now, like, and none of it made sense. And then you had Marky Mark like, what's wrong?
Yeah. Oh my God, we gotta go. We gotta go find him. we gotta go.
That was good. No, I was.
We gotta go. We gotta go get the pee.
No, so yeah, man, it's like that's it. Yeah, I stopped watching because I thought they were trash. I thought it was absurd. And then this one, I went in with horrible expectations, and I actually loved it because growing up in the 90s on the Beast, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Dude, I love that this movie, and I'm thankful for Bumblebee. You should go watch Bumblebee because Bumblebee is the reset point.
Was it the 80s?
So, yeah, it takes place probably a few years before this one. And there's a line, they don't really acknowledge the events of Bumblebee, but there's a line in the new Transformers movie where...
Is it in the warehouse when they're all talking?
I think so, and Optimus says something to Bumblebee says something, and Optimus says something about like, no, you can't talk to her.
Oh yeah.
That was the past. You can't go back to her or something like that. And acknowledging Haley Steinfeld, who was the main character in the Bumblebee movie. John Cena was the villain.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Actually. It was great. He I don't want to say villain. He played like the military guy.
He's a cool guy.
He is, and he
his
he does
hands
great.
are huge. Like when I was standing beside him.
Standing beside him.
Yeah, I worked on a set with him one day.
What?
Yeah, I actually had verbal conversation with the guy.
Where? When? What movie?
I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Whatever. I won't get in trouble for this. They don't know who I am. So
they don't know who I am either.
Famous last words. Like no. It's this new Amazon Prime movie.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, it's called. What is it called? I had the code word as jackpot. That's what they used it as.
Project Jackpot.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, you don't have to get into it if you're afraid of it.
No. I'm trying to. Oh, Grand Theft Lotto. No, Grand Death Lotto. Grand Death Lotto. You can look it up. It's a new thing. It's so basically it's kind of in the future. If you win the lottery, you have a choice to accept it or not. And if you accept it, it becomes a bounty on your head for 24 hours. And if you get killed, then the person that kills you gets the lottery. Yeah, so it's like
that's kind of lit though.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. A good idea.
Yeah, so I worked one day with Stifler. What's his name?
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
He's in it.
Yeah. He was. That was like the first time I filmed, and then the last day was with Aquafina.
Damn, the cast is
John
great.
Cena, and then Stanley from The Office was there.
Really?
Swear to God, dude. Yeah, he was dressed as a cop. It was kind of funny. John Cena was standing there, and I was this photographer for this movie, and
really,
I was like a TMZ crew. I can't say anything else because I'm gonna spoil some stuff. But basically, there's a scene where I'm taking photos, and John Cena. Like he told the camera guys like maybe the flash is like messing with the shot, and I'm like over here thinking that I pissed off John Cena, that I'm like flashing him in the face too much with this camera flash.
Yeah.
And so they tell me to turn my flash off, so I do. And so like later on, we're filming like an hour or two later, and I'm standing there. We're like literally like, I mean, you to me, like that's how close we were. I mean, basically. And I just told him, I was like, yeah, man. Sorry earlier about like flashing in the face so much. I was like, I thought that's what they wanted me to do. He's like, no, man, it's totally, like how he does a little like hand thing where like when he talks, he's like, no, it's totally cool. Like it was some with like the camera shots and things like that. And he's like, it's all good. I'm like, all right, well, I just want to make sure. Well, then here's the funny part. We roll the take. We start doing it. I don't have the flash going, right? Yeah. Well, they reset us, and they go, hey, tell that cameraman to turn his flash on. We need his flash on. And John Cena looks at me and goes, oh, the irony, huh? And I said, literally, dude. It was cool, man. It was a cool time.
Damn.
Yeah. The whole time I just want to be like, like every time he walked in the room, I swear to God. And then you looked at me once, and I literally just wanted to be like, just for the hell of it. But you don't do that. You know, that's how you don't talk to those.
So, were you going to be in this movie?
Yeah, you probably see me. I think I'm either in like the very opening scene and the very end scene.
Damn, when's it drop?
Probably either later this fall or.
When did you do this?
This was March.
Wow.
March or April. Yeah.
Do you do this often?
I was. Now everybody's on strike, which is well deserved. Which I totally agree with 100%.
Do you?
100%. Did you hear that crap about the? Well, I popped in a few times here and there just to do some small stuff. I've only sent in a couple audition tapes. I've never done anything big. I've never been that guy who's like wanted to be the actor. I just always thought about using acting as a way to get in to the industry. Yeah. Because honestly, dude, I'd love to create. So I mean, that's the thing. Is like,
to write.
Dude, I mean, that's it. I mean, I just think the creating process is the coolest part. But yeah. So no, I used to do it a little bit, but it all got stopped now because some of the acting strike or the guild strike and all that stuff is about they're talking about using. They want you to come in, take photos of your face, and then they just use
that. I don't agree with at all.
Well, that takes away the whole. Dude, I didn't go onto the set as an extra or background personally. There's a lot that do it as like that's their paycheck, but I went on for the experience, bro. You know the coolest thing about it all is just being there. It's you just sit there and there's a lot. It's literally hurry up and wait. That's the MO. Everybody who's been in that industry will tell you. It's you hurry up, you have to get there, get there, and then you sit and do nothing for like hours. But like. How you use that time, that's all up to you. You can be bored, you can be whatever, you can go hide and smoke in the bathroom or whatever, like most of the people do, or God only knows what else and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, for me, I always love watching like how they set it up. Dude, I knew the whole scene. And actually, speaking of Guardians 2, that was the first thing I ever did. I was in Guardians 2.
What?
They cut me. They cut me right before I died. I was painted pink as an alien. I missed Chris Pratt because my fat ass went to go get chocolate chip cookies, and Gamora said, "What's up?" Yeah. Can't even make this up. I was painted pink for like 14 hours. Yeah, dude. First thing I ever did. It was 2016, 2015. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Well, that's lit.
I know, right? It's so cool because I do it because I love seeing the behind the scenes stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's why I love it so much. It's just I don't care about the money at the end of the day about it. Yeah, it's cool. You can get rich from it, but like just seeing it all, man.
Yeah.
It's just dope.
Being there.
It's being there.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're just regular, everyday people. These people that we
idolize
on everything. They're just you and me.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean they got a lot more money and a lot more status, but like they're flesh and bone, bro.
Yeah.
Like
they like PB&J just like you and me.
Dude, I was standing by Norman Reedus and Jeffrey Dean Morgan on Walking Dead. And I was filling in. I was the stand-in for not Jeffrey Dean. I was the stand-in for Norman Reedus that day. Norman Reedus is rolling a cigarette on the stoop. And as he's rolling his cigarette on the stoop, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's standing there, and he's like, man, you know those things about this new generation? He's like, what? He's like, man, nobody smokes a joint no more. I was like, bro, I won't lie.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan said that?
I swear to God.
That's the most Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
The thing in my head, I was thinking, man, I know a guy. I was like, I know a guy.
What'd you do after this, Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
No, but he's, and then like Norman Reedus just kind of laughed. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, dude, right there, what you're doing, man, nobody even does that no more. Like, talking about him rolling his own cigarettes before he does the scene. Like, a lot of those cigarettes are his. Dude, like, it's cool. It's just, Andrew Lincoln. I'm in the food line one day, and Andrew Lincoln comes up, and then he's in his British accent. He's like, "Oh, sorry, man." He said sorry to me. I'm like, "Dude, you're the star of this show. Don't apologize."
I'm in your way.
In like, let me. What's her name? That's in Black Panther. That's part of the guard and everything. I can't remember right now.
I don't know her name.
Oh my God, I just King of Michonne.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Michonne. Yeah,
that's how. But anyway, so she was walking her dog. It was the same thing. Another day, I was on Walking Dead. I was in the crafty line. I'm always in the crafty line. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Two things I go for to see how everything's made and the food. The food on set, not all the time. If you get on a crappy set, it can be very bad.
Really?
But if you get the right set,
really,
bro. Walking Dead had like grilled chicken, steak, grilled salmon. They have it all. They like cater to everybody because they know they have vegetarians, vegans, carnivores, whole 9 yards. So they do it all, dude. So it's like a freaking buffet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she like walked up one day. She had a little dog, and I saw the dog, and I like went down. I was like, oh hey, and I looked up. I was like, oh,
it's Michonne.
Well,
the other star of this show.
Oh, you're good. And I was like, well, you have a lovely dog. I was like, I'm sorry for your way. She says, no, I was just trying to see what salads they had today. I was like, what?
Wow.
Like, you're about to go fly into a box office thing for Marvel like tomorrow because this is when they were. This was after. No, this is right after the release of Black Panther. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she already, yeah.
She had already had a Black Panther out at that
Because
point.
I was working with some guys on Walking Dead that had worked with her on Black Panther.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just cool, man.
Yeah, that's just cool. I'm just
cool.
jealous just being there. Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, did I get paid money? Did I make a career out of it? No. Have I? No. But the thing is just like, it's just experiencing it all, man. You know, one of the coolest guys I've worked with was Joel Edgerton.
Really?
The dude literally sat down in the living room of the set and had like a full-blown conversation with us. Like,
really?
Swear to God. Like, yeah, it was, oh my God. It was about that. It's based on the true story about this kid that this boy, he was gay. His dad was a preacher. Pretty sure his dad was like Russell Crowe or something in the movie.
I feel like I've seen this. Yeah.
And they ended up cutting the scene, but the last scene was we were like his group of friends, and we were having a living room scene, and they were supposed to be showing his phone calling as they pulled away from us, and they showed the phone ringing, and it was supposed to be somebody. It was his dad or somebody, I think, and it was supposed to be like monumental for the movie, but they cut it. But I met the guy that the whole story is about. They wrote the book. I met him and his boy, or I think his husband now. Yeah, I met all of them. What is it? I can't remember what that. It was like a couple years ago too. But Joel Edgerton, man, super cool guy. The only time I ever fangirled was when the Wolverine said hey to me in his Australian accent, and I like almost fainted.
What movie was he filming?
Front Runner. We're down in Covington, Georgia. It's the one about the Denver Senate guy that he played that like had the affair and couldn't make president. Yeah. So we were down in Covington, Georgia, filming on the square where like, you know, the Vampire Diaries and all that's filmed. Yeah. So I'd seen him. Dude's huge. He's not even Wolverine shape. He's like 6 foot some change. Like, I just remember I'm like leaning against the desk, and what's his name? J.K. Simmons was working on it too. He came in there. Yeah, he was there too. So he walked in first, J.K. Simmons, but he was getting in his role. He had to change his shoes. He was in his like tennis shoes. He had to put on his like 1980s work shoes and whatever. But then all of a sudden, Hugh Jackman, I just remember I'm like leaning against his desk, like looking this way, and he just comes out and just starts walking down, and I'm just like, inside, I'm like, oh my God, that's the Wolverine. Like, I'm like fanboying right now. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm leaning on this desk. I'm just like, be cool, be cool, be cool. And he looks up. He was like reading something. He looks up and he goes, hey there. I was like, hey. Like, the Wolverine just said hi. And he, just, like, he did it. He did that little cheeky grin that he does, you know, and like walked by. I was like, did anybody else see that? Did anybody else see that? Like,
J.K. Simmons is like watching you fanboy out.
I know, for real. Like, he's like, dude, I've been working with this cracker for like whatever.
Yeah.
I say Joker.
Damn. That's crazy. I love that. So with you doing all that film stuff, does that make you like High Owl Productions? So is that
that was
that like a photography thing?
That was just giving I started Man, you're talking about me.
Yeah, talking about you.
Yeah, so basically, Hyle Productions was like, it's been multiple things. I picked up a camera back in the day. Yeah, something made a sound over there. I heard
my Alexa just kind of wanted to tell me something. Okay, good for it. Anyway.
So anyways, no, basically, it was like, I think back in the day, I called it a Cody E production.
Yeah.
And I think I even, before that, I even called it something else. I think it was like Cody Wear 2 or something, because I wanted to make it like a travel thing. This was before social media, travel influencers was like a common thing. And so I picked up a camera. I always had a fascination with photography, and then I started doing it. But then I realized that I might be good at photography, but there's a lot of people in this world that are way better than me. And the thing is I'm the kind of guy that if I can't, like, I was not going to put the time, effort, and money into becoming one of the best. So I don't need to jump into it and try and make it like my livelihood, because then it would just infuriate me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I like doing stuff that not a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. I guess that's why I did like doing the acting stuff, because everybody around me's never been in a movie. And like, not like now, but even like when I was a kid, like no one, if you were an actor, you had to be in like Hollywood. Yeah. You know? So it was always like, you can't do that. You can't be that. And like, all right, well, fuck you, watch this. Like, my boy Carmy from The Bear at the end of his monologue, you know? Yeah. So, so I just picked up a camera, man, and started working with it. I wanted to buy a camera before I went to London on my study abroad. Yeah. And so when I came back, I just kept kind of doing it as a side hustle while I was also doing acting stuff, valet. I literally worked valet at Top Golf. Cleaned houses with my mom at one point. Like, I've done it all, dude. So, I mean, the photography was never meant to be anything big. It was kind of just like a front runner, per se, pun intended, because I just talked about that. Just for, like, you know, somebody was like, hey, do you do photos? Yeah, here's a business card. I printed them out on my computer at home. I went down to this shop in Pond City Market, and this girl saw me taking photos of a friend of mine that she opened a flower shop back in the day down there. And she's like, you do photos? I was like, I mean, kind of. Just literally looking like this, dude. Just like snapping photos. Had a printed out business card that I made at my house. Faded. I think I made up some story like, yeah, I got my Vistaprint ones on the way or something stupid. I got my 500 frees. But yeah, man. So no, she took my card. And I started doing it as a little side gig, then kind of picked up. And then I realized I don't like being a hired photographer for somebody else's image. Yeah. And so I'm not a status quo of a level of a photographer that people come to me because they like my style. So I just started taking photos for myself. And so High Owl Productions is kind of a blend because it's actually my tattoo. That owl is my tattoo that's on my arm. And then I don't know, I've always been a fan of owls. Like, yeah, I went to KSU, hootie hoo. It's actually not because I have a very love-hate relationship with college.
Yeah, yeah,
don't even get me started with that tangent. But anyways, the thing is that at the end of the day, owls are stern, they're fierce but they're also like, I don't know, they're just like,
they're incognito.
Yeah. They never show it. And I've been a lot of the opposite. I've been showing it a lot, so I try and channel the owl every once in a while. It's hard.
Yeah.
Being Italian, it's hard. My Tony Soprano side comes out more often than not.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, not anymore. I put that flame out. But yeah, so High Owl Production though, it's just side hustles.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, every multi-million billionaire that's ever made it says, if you want to be to this level, you can't just do one thing.
Yeah. That's right.
You got to always be hustling.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be a lazy person. I can get down on myself. I can just stop things abruptly out of nowhere. And thing is, dude, is if you don't ever find something new to try, then that's when you fail.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how many times you stop. So.
It's facts.
Yeah, man. Sucks. Sucks. But yeah, it's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, Denzel said it.
Yeah. You know? It's true.
That 9th time, right? Whatever, 8th or 9th time, you get back up and do it again. Never know.
It's true.
Never know.
Cody, at the end of all of my old interviews, whenever I had conversations with people, I would always bring it back and I was always ask every guest the same last few questions just to like bring it back. And
yeah, because we talked about, I don't even know.
We talked about everything.
Everything, bro.
I wrote down bullet points. So after we're done,
like, I've been trying to keep track.
I've been trying to. It's tough.
What's that old, what's that thing that they tried to get us to use instead of PowerPoints back in the day?
Oh, like flow charts.
Yeah. To like try and show presentations.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's exactly. So they're meant to be kind of just quick rattle off the top. Don't think too deep into it. Just give your rough answer on it. So
watch the words
first one, bring it back to cinema. Of course, what's your favorite movie ever?
Saving Private Ryan.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the thing is that everybody in this whole entire world forgets is that if that day, man, my stomach's growling. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
If D-Day would have failed, this world would not be what it is today.
Yeah.
If we would have failed that day, this world would not be the same. Hitler and the Nazis would still have control of France at that point. The world would have been a different place. Who knows how Oppenheimer would have turned out?
Yeah.
Who knows if we'd had to end up nuking Europe? You know what I'm saying? That's just, to me, that is one of the most biggest change in history moments. Yeah. Like, you watch Loki and all these things. And it's those moments that have to happen.
Yeah.
Even though we don't want them to, but they have to happen.
To shape the world for what it is today.
The amount of loss. I got the pleasure and the honor to go to Normandy when I was over in Europe.
Really?
It was, I didn't care about anything else. I was like, I'm as close as I can possibly get to that beach. I'm there. I've been on that beach. It is insane. It is humbling. And the lack of respect that I feel like we just have for those people, dude, that just the bunkers are still there.
Yeah.
The bunkers are still there. You walk inside of them and you're looking down on this beach and you're thinking, holy shit, if those guys, and I'm talking like this beach is not a small. This isn't Panama fucking City.
Yeah.
This isn't like a Savannah, Georgia. No, this beach is like a massive hill, just like they show in Saving Private Ryan, and it's a stretch, bro. And if that tide goes out, they're running, and they're just getting mowed, and it's insane that they were able to pull it off, and thankfully they were able to pull it off because we're able to do this today.
That's
man.
right.
Who knows? Like,
yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Think about it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I actually have the Saving Private Ryan poster up in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Love it.
That's killer.
Yeah.
F, marry, kill with queso, guac, and salsa.
I hate to say it. I would probably kill queso.
Yeah.
Love salsa. And wait, what is it? Fuck, marry, kill?
Fuck F, marry, kill.
Yeah. I'd kill queso. Probably fuck guac, and then
marry salsa.
Salsa's all reliable.
Salsa's king.
Mateo's.
Yeah.
Mateo's from Costco all day.
Go.
That's my go-to.
That's good.
Plugging it.
3 artists for the rest of your life. You get their existing catalog and their future catalogs.
Unfortunately, Mac Miller only has so much. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mac Miller's one of them. Dang, dude, that's hard, man. I can't because like I switch up music so much, dude.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I like, dude. I can't say one. There's one name I would have said easily about a year and a half ago, but now I can't.
What's that? Kanye West.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
dude, I love Kanye. Kanye's old music, bro. Like
some of his old music is
masterpieces. I do not support anything that guy has said. Dude needs a lot of help, and the Kardashians are the spawn of Satan and twist everybody up. Yeah. I'm saying it. Everybody knows it. Just saying it. They're not going to do anything to me. I'm a random dude.
Yeah. They're not going to come after you.
They're like, this guy's a peasant. Like, please. So anyways, no, but like the thing is his music, man, is so great. But I haven't really like listened to Kanye since.
No,
I mean, I can't.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson. I don't even really play Michael Jackson. I mean, I let the Jackson 5 slide. He's a kid then, so, you know, but like, all right, Michael.
Yeah.
No, but, dude, it's hard, man. I mean, honest to God, it'd probably be Mac Miller. I love the Beatles, but I couldn't say forever. I'd say probably maybe Led Zeppelin, and then... Dude, that's hard. You can't put me on the spot like that.
I know it's really hard. I don't know what my answer would be. I'd have to think about it for 20 minutes.
I don't know, man. Led Zeppelin and Mac Miller would be top two for sure. I love both of those.
Good.
I give you that.
Good answers.
I do love J. Cole though, but
yeah,
I don't know if I could listen to J. Cole forever. There has to be certain types.
That's true. That's true.
Types of vibes.
What does an obligation-free Saturday look like for you?
There's no obligation free. I use Saturdays. I use Saturday for getting everything I didn't do Monday through Friday to get done. Yeah. Swear. And then it usually involves going to grab drinks somewhere at the end of the night. That's how I'll put it. Okay. Good answer. Favorite stand-up comedians right now, if any? Dude, I love Burr. I love Chappelle. Yeah. There's this dude I've been seeing on my Instagram. I don't know what his name is. But he had this hilarious joke the other day about he was flying on Spirit Airlines. Yeah. And how Spirit Airlines came over the loudspeaker. And they were asking if there was any doctors on the flight, and he said the dude just started laughing. He's like, the doctors are on Delta. Like, it's just, I don't know. He's like, there's no doctors on this flight. So he said they started like going down the chain. There's like, anybody who's been kicked out of nursing school. And this one girl finally was like, I was a nurse for Halloween. They're like, come on, get up here. Like, dude, you gotta watch. I'll send it to you.
Please do.
I don't know that guy's name, but he's been circulating on my stuff. He's like, another one was like how he was at the airport and he saw, was it him or Schultz? So one of those two said like they saw this book about God's not real or something like that at the airport, and he's like, I need to know who's buying that book and if they're getting on my flight and where they're going, because I got to buy 3 Bibles to balance that out. And then he says the guy died from throat cancer that wrote the book. Swear to God, that was the craziest stuff.
The jokes just write themselves.
So if it wasn't Schultz, it was this guy, dude. I'll send him to you.
Dan, you need to. What does success look like to you?
Happiness. Being surrounded by people that, even on your worst day, you know, they're still there.
Yeah.
I think that's that and peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, everything's gonna come and go. For me, I want to, you know, just go out and explore and live life.
Yeah.
See things.
Mm-hmm.
I only get one life. That's why also I think I've done a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Cody Estep the
Something.
the bum. Yeah. So I don't know. Just do what you want to do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like killing and like doing bad shit to kids and things, then no, then don't do that.
Don't do that.
You're a piece of shit.
Yep.
But,
Facts.
you know, but yeah.
On the flip side of that, what's your biggest fear?
I got so many.
It can be both physical or metaphorical.
My biggest fear, I'd say, would be I have a big fear of anacondas.
Really?
If you want to make a joke one. Yeah, actually, I would rather land in the water with a great white shark than land in the water with an anaconda.
Really? I'd rather swim and be tangled up with them anacondas more than a great white shark.
No, they can
Sharks are my
swallow
number
you
one
whole.
fear.
They can
Oh, yeah,
swallow you
sure.
whole.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I'd rather be swallowed
That's
whole than be ripped
horrifying.
to shreds.
That's honestly horrifying. That's a fear for me.
Yeah. Sharks, dude, don't get me near water that has sharks in it.
Yeah.
I won't get in it.
Yeah.
I will not go.
I don't know.
You guys went deep sea fishing or something for Pearson's bachelor party
man.
trip? Would
Yeah.
not have gotten on that boat.
Yeah, dude. I did. I was the only one who didn't take whatever it is. What is it? Dramamine?
Really?
What's the stuff that's supposed to not make you seasick?
Oh, I think Dramamine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I threw up, but I caught fish.
I would not have. Well, if I would have gotten on that boat, I would have not jumped in the water. Did you guys jump in the water?
Hell no,
Okay, good.
bro. What?
Well, people are crazy, bro.
I've surfed before, and that's horrifying.
Yeah.
And I surfed once with a buddy in St. Augustine, which isn't like crazy surfing, but a storm was blowing in.
Mhm.
And dude, you can't see below you.
Yeah.
It's the Atlantic, so it's crap water. So dude, it's literally horrifying knowing that if I fall off this floating device, nothing is below me. I mean, there is eventually, but nothing. And you
Just talking about that's freaking me out. It's
you
giving
are
me
the
anxiety.
prey. You are not the predator anymore. You are the prey.
Yeah.
Like it's it, dude. But
Yeah.
that's the bliss of it all, bro.
Yeah.
That's life.
Do you believe in aliens?
I don't think they don't exist, but I think the fact of the matter is if they do exist, I feel like we would have seen them by now. I'm on the page of like Elon and Neil deGrasse Tyson on that stuff. Like, I mean, come on, man. We got pictures of deep space, but the best photo we got of a UFO is some
Blurry.
submarine gray, black and white gray image. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We got 8K TVs. We can see the other side of space that we can never even get to.
Yeah. But we can't
We
see
can't
aliens.
get a clear
That's
photo
fair.
of a UFO. Come on, man.
That's clear.
And
That's
also,
fair.
why the hell would they want us? We're gonna kill each other anyways. They don't even want to worry about doing it. They're like, they'll just finish each other off, and we'll just come over and move in.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would think.
On the same wavelength, do you believe in ghosts?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Oh, there is totally another not however you want to go into it, but like, bro, we're flesh and bone, but we're made up of something on the inside that we can't compartmentalize. You know? We can't put into a cryo tank like Ghostbusters or whatever. You know, there's something. And so, do I know everything? No. Do I know where we go? No. Do I have an idea? Yes. But the thing is, do I think there is a presence of something that we can't see that lingers around in certain areas? Absolutely. I mean, come on, man. Some weird stuff's happened. I've experienced weird stuff, and I mean, it's like, all right, how do I explain that?
Yep.
You don't.
You can't.
You don't.
You can't.
You just move on.
Yep.
You just hope.
You just take it and you say, okay, that happened, and I just got to continue life now.
And then you sell the house. and,
Yeah.
then
And then you get the fuck out of
and
there.
then you move to the other side of the world.
Yep. Cody,
Yeah, Logan, what's up, man?
thank you.
Thanks for having me, dude. I'm sorry for getting. This is my first podcast in a while.
Dude,
Like,
this was so much. This is exactly what I wanted it to be.
It was relaxing. It was enjoyable.
Yeah,
it was a
stress-free.
conversation, man.
It was just a conversation.
I see why people like doing these so much.
I know.
It's like therapy, but you just talk.
That's why all the comedians do them now.
I know.
It's because they just get to talk to their buddies for hours and they make crazy money. I just do it because I like to talk to people.
I think it's just crazy too. It's just like that people just do this on the regular, and you're right. They do make so much money, but it's like it's interesting because I feel like us as people, we need to share. certain things so we can connect with each other, but at the same time, there also is stuff you just don't need to share.
Yeah, that's true.
there's some stuff you just don't need to share, man. You know?
But those people are so famous that they can say whatever they want. And nothing's going to happen to them.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just crazy, though. That's how they make a living.
Yep, exactly. And there it is.
Is that it? Did something happen?
I think it just stopped.
Did the camera
just stop? This fun fact for our people listening, the camera that I'm using to film the video is...
So it has a 2-hour cap.
It's quite old. 2-hour cap.
Yeah, because we're at hour and 55.
This thing could keep going.
Yeah, but you started that a little soon, so I bet you it has a 2-hour cap.
That's all right.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Less
than 2 hours.
Joe Rogan. That's like what?
No, we can't
6
do 4
hours?
hours or 6
4
hours.
Yeah, like
no.
God.
But
thanks for having me, though, man. Seriously. Sorry for extending your close out.
No, it's okay. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. You're the first of many to come. And, I'm not going to hardcore press to get them. But, if they come about and they come around and it's like, yeah, I'd like to talk to that person. Yeah. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, man.
We'll have to have you back because I feel like we just scratched the surface.
I got a lot of stories, especially if you actually really want to dive into movies, just let me know. I got some stories from different times I was there. And, I mean, I'm like one little minnow in that freaking massive ocean, dude.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. See you later, buddy.
See you, dude.